Before we decode the algorithm that is currently rejecting you, I have 3 critical questions for you to answer in the comments below. Number 1. Are you still using the exact same resume format you have used 3 years ago, hoping the market hasn't changed? Number 2. Do you truly believe a human recruiter is actually reading the PDF you submitted, or do you know the machine is in control? Number 3. Have you ever been rejected for a role you were perfectly qualified for within minutes of applying and wondered how they made the decision so fast? Let me know your answers. If you are new to the channel, here is my intro. I'm Dr. HR. I approach the global labor and capital market not with the emotional, comforting advice, but as a structural algorithmic system. I hold a PhD in human resources, a master's from prestigious Tata Institute of Social Sciences, TISS in Mumbai, and a bachelor's in computer engineering. Operating on the ground here in Dubai since 2010, consulting for the Tier 1 corporate entities, sovereign wealth funds, and apex tech founders, I have monitored exactly how global talent acquisition is executed. The market does not reward you for your past. It rewards you for your architectural alignment with the future. Your resume isn't just being ignored, it is being digitally incinerated before a human being ever opens the file. In 2026, standard keywords are mathematically dead, and the legacy formatting is the absolute fastest way to get completely ghosted by AI headhunters. If you aren't using the deep logic architecture, you're invisible to the algorithm that controls your financial destiny. Stop optimizing your career profile for humans and start building for machines that hire them. Traditional profile structures are failing catastrophically because 2026 recruitment AI no longer care about your generic buzzword. You must master the metadata hack that aligns your raw experience with the new logic filter to finally force your way to the top of the executive pile. There is a hidden structural hack that mathematically determines who gets the 6-figure interview and who gets deleted into the digital void. While everyone else is stuck optimizing for 2024, top-tier candidates are ruthlessly restructuring their profile using deep logic architecture to bypass the automated gatekeepers. This is exactly how you trick the algorithm into prioritizing your career profile today. Before I completely deconstruct the death of the ATS scanner, expose the exact mechanics of deep logic architecture, and give you the precise blueprint to hack your metadata so you become unignorable to the machine, hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell. I post daily videos showing you exactly how to navigate the global labor and capital market using cold, hard engineering logic. You do not want to miss this execution protocol. Stop trying to impress a human, start hacking the machine. Grab a notebook, it's time to rewrite your digital DNA. Phase 1, the death of the ATS, the fear of being invisible. We must first diagnose the exact debilitating vulnerability of the strategy you are currently using to apply for jobs. You are currently looking for an executive role, whether it is an operations director in Dubai South or a lead data architect in Singapore. You have likely been added to beat the ATS. The Applicant Tracking System of a past was a dumb database. It used a technology called REGES, regular expression. It scanned your resume, counted how many times you used the word leadership, agile, and revenue, and matched it against the job description. Because the machine was dumb, human gamed it. You keyword stuffed your resume, you pasted the job description into the footer in white text. You believe you were hacking the system. In May 2026, deploying that strategy is an absolute algorithmic death sentence. Tier 1 corporations have fully integrated LLMs, a large language model powered AI hunters. These are not databases, these are advanced generative neural networks. They do not count words, they read for context, intent, and semantic weight. When the 2026 AI scans your resume and sees they have used the word leadership 7 times, it does not give you a high score, it flags your application as a synthetic noise. It recognizes the obvious attempt to game a legacy system. It categorizes your application as deceptive and low effort, assigning you a negative trust score. You are automatically filtered into the rejection bin in milliseconds. The human hiring manager never even received a notification that you exist. If your professional history looks like a bot wrote it using a generic template, the black box algorithm will discard you. You are invisible because you are failing to provide the machine with complex structural data it has been programmed to crave. Phase 2, the paradigm shift, semantic versus Lexical. To bypass this extermination, you must understand exactly what the new machine has been programmed to hunt for. The rule changed permanently. You must shift your entire operating paradigm from lexical match to semantic verification. Let me translate these concepts into plain, actionable engineering logic. Lexical means dealing with surface-level word. The amateur candidate says, I manage the team of 10 people and improve sales by 20%. Semantic means dealing with the deep, underlying meaning, structure, and physics of the work. The 2026 AI Headhunter is looking for semantic verification. It is hunting for latent intent and high-density human insight. Let us look at the dramatic difference between an amateur profile and an apex operator profile. The amateur profile, lexical noise, dynamic project manager who successfully led cross-functional team to deploy a new software system, utilizing agile methodologies to save the company money and improve efficiency. The AI hunter read this and assign it a semantic value of 0. Dynamic, successfully, and improved a subjective adjective. The AI cannot verify them. It is fluff. The apex operator profile, the semantic verification, architected the end-to-end migration from legacy on-premise server to Oracle SCM Cloud over a 90-day sprint. Identify a critical data mapping failure threatening a 14-day operational blackout. Deployed Lean Six Sigma value stream mapping to bypass the API bottleneck, manually writing the bridging logic to execute the deployment 48 hours ahead of schedule, securing an audited 2.4 million dirham in payroll continuity. When the advanced neural scans the second version, algorithmic firework goes off. It reads Oracle SCM Cloud, an API bottleneck. It registers the specific, highly technical human intervention. Lean Six Sigma value stream mapping. It validates the mathematical constraint 90-day sprint. It verifies the outcome 82.4 million secured. This is semantic verification. The algorithm knows that a faker or someone who have used a basic AI prompt to write their resume would never include the highly specific agonizing detail of an API integration failure. By including the structural friction, you prove your latent intent. You prove you were architect in trenches, not the manager sitting on a comfortable office. You must stop optimizing for human emotions and start building for the machine that hires them. Phase 3, Deep Logic Architecture, the insider secret. We have diagnosed the death of ATS and defined semantic verification. Now you must execute the physical protocol. You must deploy deep logic architecture. Deep logic architecture is a structural hack that top-tier candidates use to trick the algorithm into prioritizing their career profile. It is a strict mathematical formatting framework designed specifically for machine readability. The AI hunter is lazy. It wants to extract the maximum amount of certainty with minimum amount of processing power. If your resume is formatted with massive blocky paragraph, dual column layouts, custom fonts, or embedded photographs, the AI optical character recognition (OCR) parsing engine gets confused. A confused AI defaults to rejection. We must build your profile using problem, action, friction, result, the PAFR algorithm. Every single role on your profile must be structured as an algorithmic input. 1. The problem, the environment. Give the machine the parameter of the battlefield. Do not list your duties. List the existential threat you were hired to solve. Example: recruited to remediate a fractured supply chain operating with a 15% error rate, bleeding AED 500,000 dirhams a monthly. 2. The action, the execution. Give the machine the exact structure tool you deployed. Example: deployed a centralized automated routing protocol utilizing machine learning predictive model. 3. The friction, the human element. This is the hack. You must inject the irrational human friction you overcame. AI assumes the world is logical, humans are not. Including the friction proves the AI that you are a biological operator. Example: overcame hostile resistance from legacy warehouse flow managers by executing a localized psychological change management protocol. 4. The result, the extraction. Give the machine the final verified mathematical output. Example: drop the error rate to 2%, capturing the AED 500,000 margin within 60 days. When you structure your profile in this exact 4-step format, you remove all ambiguity. You are speaking directly to the AI's programming. You are handling the algorithm a perfectly formatted equation that proves you generate a massive return on investment. This is a deep, logic architecture. Phase 4, the metadata hack, hacking the silicon layer. The text on your resume is the only surface. If you want to force your way to the absolute top of an AI headhunter's queue, you must manipulate the silicon layer. You must master the metadata hack. When you upload your PDF resume to the corporate portal or a site like LinkedIn, the AI does not just read the visible text. It scans the hidden metadata of the file. It looks at the file creation date, its author's tag, the hidden properties. If you use a generic resume template you downloaded from the internet, the metadata will flag the file as a template. The AI instantly discount your profile as a low effort. Step 1. Sanitize your digital footprint. You must create a completely clean, natively generated PDF. Do not use an online resume builder. Open a blank word processor. Build the deep logic architecture. When you save the file, go into the document properties. Explicitly name the author field as your exact name. Name the title field as the exact highly technical role you are targeting. Example, Senior Oracle SCM Architect. Step 2. The latency keyword injection. We established that the keyword stuffing is dead. But latent semantic indexing, the LSI, is the new law. LSI keywords are the terms that are conceptually related to your primary skill. If you claim to be a master of data analytics, the AI expects to see the talent. Structurally, vocabulary surrounding the skills: Python, SQL, Tableau, predictive modeling, data lake, structured versus unstructured data. You must map the entire semantic ecosystem of your target role and weave those latent terms naturally into the friction and action phrases of your PAFR structure. You do not list them in skills section at the bottom. You embed them in the narrative of your execution. Step 3. The portfolio anchor. AI headhunters are programmed to verify claims. You must anchor your claim to an external high-fidelity proof of work. In your header, you do not just include an email address, you include a direct hyperlinked anchor to your sovereign digital architecture. You link to a private repository where you have uploaded sanitized, non-confidential code snippet, complex Excel dashboard, or structural flowchart you have designed. The AI crawler will follow the link. It reads the complex data on the external site. It cross-references the data with your resume. When the two nodes align perfectly, the AI trust scores for your profile hit maximum capacity. You are no longer an applicant, you are a cryptographically verified asset. Phase 5, the sovereign operator mindset. We have diagnosed the death of ATS, we have mapped the semantic verification, we have architected the PAFR structures, and we have executed the metadata hack. The final phase is an absolute psychological shift required to survive the 2026 labor market. You must adopt the mindset of a sovereign operator. The amateur applicant begs the machine for an interview. They tweak their resume 50 times a day, desperately hoping to find the magic combination of buzzwords that will unlock the door. They operate from a position of profound weakness, viewing the AI as a terrifying overlord they must appease. A sovereign operator commands the machine. You understand that the corporation is terrified. The executive board is terrified of hiring the wrong person. They are terrified of deploying capital on a synthetic candidate who use ChatGPT to fake their competence. They build the AI headhunter not to torture you, but to protect themselves from a systematic failure. When you deliver a document structured with deep logic architecture, injected with the messy, un-automatable friction of human execution and anchored by verifiable metadata, you're not applying for a job, you're delivering the exact antidote to their organizational fear. The machine scans your document, it measures the semantic weight, it verifies the friction, it reads the metadata. It does not reject you, it cannot reject you. The neural weight aligns perfectly and the algorithm flags you as a mandatory apex acquisition. It bypasses the entire HR hierarchy and routes your unrejectable digital signature directly to the executive boardroom. Look closely at the document you are currently sending into the market. Does it look like it was written by a polite, generic AI bot? Does it rely on obsolete keyword of 2024? Is it filled with subjective, adjective, and complex visual formatting? If it is, the machine are already deleted you. Stop playing a game that ended 2 years ago. Embrace the brutal physics of a new semantic logic. Inject the messy, undeniable friction of your human execution. Build your deep logic architecture, hack the metadata, and force the algorithm to prioritize your career profile today. Process the data, execute the strategy, and I'll see you at the top.